Roloff shares his 3 kids, Jackson, Lila, and Josia. With wife Tori, Zach Roloff is opening up about what he feels is the hardest part of parenting. On the second episode of Season 2 of his podcast, Raising Heights with Zach and Tori, the Little People, Big World Star, and his Tori answered questions from fans. One viewer asked Zach what he thought was the hardest part of being a dad. Zach and his wife share sons Jackson Kyle and Josia Luke, as well as daughter Layla Ray. Hardest part being a dad, I feel like, it is just a very selfless thing. Like being a parent is, to do it well, and which we don't always do it well, and that's the hardest part. The guilt of when you don't do parenting well, Zach began. You let your emotions go, you get mad, you get angry, you're not doing things the right way or you're doing things the easy way. Like you probably should be sitting playing with your kids, but you just need a minute, so you say go watch TV, he admitted. The dad of 3 went on to say that it's not only his actions, but also the stress that comes with the choices he makes that are difficult. Like, what are the kids going to do? Are we raising them right? Are they developing into being good kids? What's their future going to be? Zach asked. What's the plan? We got to support them from another 18 years. That's the hardest part of being a dad. It consumes you in a good way. It's very consuming though. Tori interjected to add that although there is a lot of stress, Zach is beloved by their 3 kids. To me, you're doing it right. Their favorite person is Dad, Tori shared of their kids. Their favorite person to hang out with is Dad, hands down. On Mother's Day this year, Tori shared a series of photos on her Instagram with all 3 of her kids as they enjoyed the spring holiday together. Posing with her kids outside, Tori smiled as she cuddled up with her family in the first photo, also sharing individual shots with each of her kids. The mom of 3 also took a minute to reflect on having the best job in the world in her caption. I have the best job title in the world, Mom. I love these 3 with my whole heart, and I'm so thankful to God for choosing me to be their mama. Tori wrote, thinking of mamas of all kinds today, past, present, and future, you are loved. Though her loved ones were initially skeptical, Tori said that the height just didn't matter once they met Zach and learned more about their relationship. Though Tori and Zach Roloff have been married for nearly a decade, Tori admits that her husband wasn't who she and her loved ones initially had in mind. In a Tuesday, June 20 episode of the couple's Raising Heights podcast, the former Little People, Big World Stars opened up about being in a mixed-height relationship. When asked if she had ever pictured herself not marrying someone who was over 6 feet tall, Tori confessed that she never imagined she would. The answer is no, she said candidly. It's funny because growing up, I had lots of, okay, not to sound conceited, but there were a couple guys who were admirers of me that I would write them off and say oh, they're too short. Now that she's had time to reflect on her dating life, Tori explained that height was never an issue, but rather she was looking for an excuse to leave her relationships. It was me being I don't actually care for this person. I don't see myself with this person, she continued, adding how her perspective shifted once she met Zach. Once I met you, even though your height was different than what I imagined, there was nothing wrong with you. There was nothing that I could pick apart and be oh, I can't date this guy because he's too short. Tori wasn't the only one who had initial hesitations. The TLC star revealed that her father was also skeptical about whether or not Zach would be a good match. I can remember getting ready to go on a date with you and saying who you were and showing my dad a picture of you and him being no. What? No. What are you talking about? This is not the guy I pictured for you. This is not right, she recalled. He literally asked, are you sure? Multiple times, he was I don't know about this. And then he met you, she laughed. I joke all the time because I'm pretty sure my dad likes you better than me now. Once her father met Zach, Tori said that their height difference was definitely overlooked, and he understood why she liked him so much. I think that there were definitely, questions when we started dating from my friends and family, she continued. But then once everyone met you, everyone was like, gosh, I get why this girl's into him. I did this scenario and this relationship, and then the height just didn't matter. The couple met when Tori was working at Roloff Farms and spent the 2010 pumpkin season picking squash with Zach. They eventually began dating in 2011 and went on to get married on the family farm in July 2015. Since then, they've welcomed 3 children, Jackson, Lila, and Josiah. Little People Big World fans recently called out Audrey Roloff online for an error she made more than once. However, knowing Audrey, some question whether it was a genuine mistake or if she made it for attention. So what are fans saying about this recent situation? When it comes to Audrey Roloff and Jeremy Roloff, they have mastered the art of stirring the pot online to remain relevant and in the spotlight. This is especially true in the years since they quit filming Little People Big World. One of the sure ways to remain relevant is to keep people talking. As anyone who follows the husband and wife knows, they have no shortage of controversial opinions to keep people talking about them. The fact that they both have large social followings also speaks to how successful they have been, even without direct backing from TLC for all of these years. When a lot of the attention that you generate online is negative attention, that also means you open yourself up to a lot of criticism and scrutiny from followers. In a recent instance, Little People Big World followers called out Audrey for referring to her dining room table as dinning. One commenter on Reddit recently called Audrey out for typing it like this not once, but twice. As this was the case, commenters had plenty to say about it too. One commenter on Reddit recently called Audrey out for typing it like this not once, but twice. As this was the case, commenters had plenty to say about it too. One Little People Big World commenter said, Audrey moved her dining room table. She spelled it like that twice. I wonder if that's where she homeschools. It blows my mind how bad she is at spelling. Another commenter said, if she has a decent curriculum to go by, she will probably be learning spelling and phonics right along with the kids, if she actually teaches them. Following this recent incident, another question that Little People Big World fans are asking is if Audrey was truly ignorant of the spelling, or if she misspelled the word intentionally to get a rise out of people and troll them. The fact is that this situation could very easily go either way. Audrey and Jeremy have spent so many years trolling online that it can be difficult at times for followers to distinguish between something serious and something meant as a gaffe. Either way, situations like this will continue to keep people talking. Little People Big World celeb Audrey Roloff seemingly always has a knack for stirring the pot. She did so recently by including scene Diddy Combs into what should have been a tender family moment, and it sent fans into a rage. So what did Audrey do this time, and what are viewers saying about it? One of the ways that both Audrey Roloff and Jeremy Roloff have been able to remain in the spotlight, even after quitting Little People Big World years ago, has been through stirring the pot with controversial stances and opinions. They regularly share thoughts and opinions that are not mainstream. Everything from Jeremy Roloff calling out harmful chemicals in everyday food items to Audrey Roloff sharing some unorthodox thing they are doing to raise their kids is on the table, and it keeps viewers and followers tuning into their updates on a regular basis. Audrey Roloff gave birth to her youngest Little People Big World child not too long ago. The arrival of their baby girl made them a family of 6 officially, as they now have 4 children. However, the way fans see it, Audrey recently took what should have been a sweet family update and ruined it. According to the latest Little People Big World updates, Audrey Roloff shared an update with her young daughter. In it, she included the caption, "Up late trying to hustle through the after bedtime to-dos, but this girl is the best interruption." While this was a sweet update from Audrey, she also included a song by Diddy when he went by Puff Daddy, "I'll Be Missing You." With everything going on in the news right now surrounding Diddy, many Little People Big World fans feel that including one of his songs in a wholesome family update is a move from Audrey that was in incredibly poor taste, and commenters were not shy about letting her know. One commenter said, "Pairing your young child with a Puff Daddy song is probably not the smartest move right now. Where's their fandom of Sound of Freedom now?" Another commenter chimed in, adding, Really a song by Diddy? Will anyone please tell her to take it down? Jacob maybe?" A third person chimed in, adding, "Tush, she probably has no idea. How can she have time for any AWS when she is mostly online showing how awesome she is and how hard she works? Listen, she also has to take care of that chicken and make some dough." Those who tune into TLC's Little People, Big World know that a family rift has formed in recent years. Because of this, the public doesn't often see Matt and Amy Roloff's adult children and grandchildren spending time together. Their daughter-in-law, Audrey, however, recently posted a super rare photo with all of the Roloff grandkids. As a refresher, Zach and his wife, Tori, have 3 children: Jackson, Layla, and Joseph. Zach's twin brother, Jeremy, and his wife, Audrey, share 4 kids: Ember, Bode, Radley, and Mirabella, 6 months. Meanwhile, their younger brother, Jacob, and his wife, Isabel, have a son, Matteo, who turns 3 on December 4. Matt and Amy's daughter, Molly, is married to Joel Silvius, but the couple has not publicly announced any children. On November 29, Audrey took to Instagram in honor of Thanksgiving. "The Ben Rector song rings more true every year for me. The older that I get, I see that life is short and bittersweet," she captioned her update. "Happy Thanksgiving from our family to yours. I am so grateful for you." In the featured image, Audrey and Jeremy are shown in their living room with all 4 of their children. The family dressed in festive outfits while posing in front of a Christmas tree. Other shots showed them making a pie, posing in front of a turkey-shaped fruit tray, and generally enjoying the holiday together. At least 3 of the 4 Roloff siblings gathered for Thanksgiving 2024 with their children. In the last segment of Audrey's Instagram post, she included a photo of all 8 of the grandkids: Ember, Bode, Radley, Mirabella, Jackson, Joseph, Layla, and Matteo, all adorably sat on a couch together while cheesing for the camera. Matteo's face was covered with a white heart emoji to respect his parents' wishes for privacy. In another segment, Audrey shared a clip of Layla crawling on the floor with her baby cousin, Mirabella. In the comments, LPBW fans could hardly handle the super rare photo of the Roloff cousins. One Instagram user wrote, "This thrills my heart. All the cousins together. Happy Thanksgiving." Another fan commented, "Love seeing Zach and fam are in the mix," while someone else echoed, "Good to see the young Roloff family together. There's love in togetherness." Meanwhile, a different Instagram follower shared, "Nice to see all the cousins together. Wish you could get a sibling pic too. It's been a while since we have seen one with you all together." Yet another fan declared, "Finally all 3 come together. I'm so happy Jer have peace and got their kiddos together, has to be so happy." Amy shared in a video posted on her Instagram grid that she and her husband, Chris Merrick, hosted Thanksgiving at their home this year. It's unclear whether her ex, Matt, and his fiancée, Caryn Chandler, also attended. She did note that most of my kids and grandkids will be here, and that's likely where the grandkid photo was taken. The TLC star revealed his new hairstyle in a snap posted to Instagram on Jan 8. Matt Roloff is flaunting a new look. The Little People, Big World star, 63, unveiled a grown-out hairdo in a photo posted on Instagram, having transformed from his signature cropped look. Matt looked in good spirits as he sat shirtless on a beach with shaggy long locks grown down to his neck. "Livin' and lovin' life," he wrote in the caption while opting not to reveal when the photo was taken or how long he'd been growing his hair. Fans shared their mixed reactions to Matt's new grown-out hairstyle in the comment section. "Dang Matt, looks like you've turned hippie on us. Good for you, my friend. Far out man, grooving, boss," one person wrote. "You look like a surfer dude from Malibu, Cali, enjoy," a second commented. "Is this for laughs, or is that head of hair real?" Another questioned. A fourth remarked, midlife crisis going on. Matt liked a comment questioning if the photo of his new shaggy hairstyle was AI generated. His previous post on Instagram was shared back in November and showed him with shorter hair as he wore a sun hat on another beach in the British Virgin Islands. Matt's happy-spirited post comes months after his son Zach, 34, revealed that the pair's relationship was not great. Zach said on his and Tori Roloff's Raising Heights podcast in May 2024, "It's not like existent, I guess. The filming ended, you kind of just gave yourself some space, and then the show airs 6 months later, and it kind of brings up some old wounds," referring to the 25th season Little People, Big World, which concluded in April 2024. Matt and his son's tense relationship came about following Matt's engagement and as the family considered their farm's future. Matt placed a portion of his property that his son was interested in buying up for sale. Matt eventually opted to turn the property into a short-term vacation rental, which was shown on the show. Dust is settled, but like nothing's been fixed or anything, Zach explained on his podcast. Stuff comes out on social media, and you realize that people are thinking the same thing. I don't know, more time might heal, he added.